Hello and welcome to this women's cricket show. Obviously, I am Snehasis Mukherjee and I am joined by Trisha. And we're back with the women's cricket show regarding India women's cricket particularly. Obviously, you all know that India women are going to tour South Africa for important 5 T20s.
Yeah.
Why important? Because obviously this is a T20 World Cup year and we all know that this tour is going to be huge crucial in terms of getting prepared for that event. Obviously, South Africa, whatever the teams in South Africa have managed to put out there in recent times, so we know that they are going to be one of the teams to watch out for in the tournament. Although they have not been managed that good performance, I will say.
Consistent
performances, yes, especially whatever we saw in the New Zealand series.
Yeah.
But Trishadi, India squad is already out. We have seen the names. Some particular names are not there, significant names, I will say. Maybe injury concerns or maybe workload management, maybe because we have not been told what is the exact reasons behind that. But overall, after seeing the South Africa's performance, as you mentioned, lack of consistency, despite having so big names, expected that some big names might make a comeback, like Mayers and Cap.
Yeah.
And seeing India's recent performance in T20s, if you see last year defeating England in England, recently defeating Australia in Australia, how do you see? Is this the perfect time for India to win the series in South Africa also?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you want to go into the World Cup winning the series in South Africa and telling yourself that, out of the SENA countries, we have gone to the C countries and won won all three series. And I think that works out perfectly fine. Considering you have a T20 World Cup to play, you want to go there with confidence. I'm sure you're carrying that confidence when you're the world champions in ODIs.
Yep.
But South Africa, even though they're inconsistent, I don't think they will be easy, of course, because they have some very good batters.
Plus home conditions.
Yes, plus home conditions. Yeah. I don't think South Africa will be easy to beat because home conditions, of course, is one thing. The other thing is, if you see the way Derrickson, Reneke, these young girls are shaping up, what you really understand is actually South Africa's depth is increasing. While you don't want someone like Marizanne Cap to go on a rest, and especially in the way she went, because of course, her heart reasons, there was complication there. While that, of course, is not something that you want, is not ideal, but that has then given space to someone like a Derrickson to express herself. Reneke, of course, has been brilliant. And I think that is where the India bowling will be tested. I think the batting lineup is quite settled. I will still be worried about the bowling lineup. Because if you look at the batting lineup, settled is not only the position that they are batting in, it's also the experience. At the top, you have a Smriti Mandhana, a Shafali Verma, who carry tons of experience, doesn't matter what is their age. At number 3 is Jemimah Rodrigues. Again, she needs to be consistent, but let's be honest, she's experienced enough. And then there's Harmanpreet Kaur.
Jemimah.
Jemimah at 3, I said. Harman at 4. At 5, Richa.
Yep.
6, Deepti. Which batter is not experienced? You have batters full of experience. But there is one thing that I would actually would have liked India to do, because this is a trial series, maybe have Sneh Rana and not have Deepti. Give Deepti a break. I know a lot of people will say, after the World Cup, Deepti hasn't been good. This is where you need to give her a little rest, I would say, and then bring her for the T20 World Cup. Because Deepti Sharma has been an asset, and for India to win the World Cup, we have seen how someone like a Hardik Pandya has played a huge role when it comes to men's cricket.
The balance.
Absolutely. And I think women's cricket, for us to win the World Cup, Kashvi Gautam, Amanjot Kaur and Deepti Sharma will play major roles here.
Absolutely, and I think all-rounders always play a big role in T20s format when it comes to. But as you mentioned, the batting, our batting looks more settled than the bowling department. And I think the pitches also might suit our batters. The ball will come onto the bat. I think they will love that. But when it comes to bowling, do you think that with the new ball, there is more responsibility of Renuka Singh Thakur?
Absolutely, it has always been because she is your wicket-taking bowler.
Because somehow Kranti has lacked that consistency, you said. Type.
Yes, I think after Nadine de Klerk went after Kranti Kaur has not been Kranti Kaur again. And which is where I think this is a test for Kranti. Young Kranti has been extremely impressive, but it is when you are exposed, the comeback will tell you how big that character is. And probably will also tell you why great players, good players, legends are three different categories.
Absolutely. And in WPL also, we expected a little bit different of plans or something. From
Yes,
Kranti.
that I was just about to say. See, the problem is I have not seen Kranti change her plans. I want to see Kranti change her
So
plans.
she is getting a bit of predictable.
Correct. See, you of course get exposed because you have your videos, you have your analysis done, right?
Yes.
And people have gone after her. Two reasons. One, she's the fastest pacer in the Indian lineup. So it's easier to hit her.
Using
Because
the pace.
absolutely using the pace. Secondly, she goes short when you go after her, does not bowl for the swing. There are certain things which are becoming predictable over the time, and this is the time where Kranti needed to change. I thought that would come in the WPL. I have been telling you the same thing. Did not happen. I expected it to happen in Australia. Now I'm hoping that happens in South Africa because you, for one, know I'm a huge Kranti Kaur fan. Would be too much, but I really like the way. I have always liked it. I mean, from the first season in UP
WPL.
Warriors, you know, when you and I. Even before that, you remember I had said, I like the way she runs into ball. I like the way, the ball leaves her hand.
Everything.
Yes. But ultimately, the variations matter, especially in the shortest format of the game, which is why I feel, and Kranti has improved the batting. Now it's time to improve the bowling, get in variations, change in the line and length as well. And when you say line and length, I don't think that, see, for example, in the IPL also, the other day I was thinking, I can't remember which bowler, but that bowler against a CSK, Ayush Matre, RCB only, Jacob Duffy, I feel, or maybe Abhinandan Singh was bowling short, but while he was successful against shorter players, and no offense meant or anything, but when you bowl a bouncer to a shorter cricketer, it's far more difficult.
Yes.
When you are bowling the same thing to a taller one, and suddenly the bounce is here,
comparatively
it's
easier for him.
So these are the things, small things, but these are the things which Kranti has to understand and work on. And I don't think it's on Kranti alone. I also think it's on Avishkar sir. I think it's on Kranti's coach as well. Because there are often times we keep saying that, Amal Mazumdar or Avishkar Salvi or A or B, Munish Bali. But everybody has a personal coach as well. Absolutely. You go back to the drawing board. I hope Kranti has gone back to the drawing board, has got that basic, basics corrected.
Absolutely. And I think during off-season, during the breaks, all players, teaches and works under their personal coach, as you mentioned. So last question before finishing the video, Trisha, at number 3 we are seeing top players are coming up for their respective countries. Obviously Laura Woolbert has not been that consistent, but she has been scoring runs. I think Amelia Kerr, we all know how she is batting right now. So
घायल हूँ इसलिए घातक हूँ.
Yes, I think
Amelia Kerr has become that person. But why is she घायल?
I don't know. I think
she is घातक for sure.
Too much.
Please don't give us copyright, Dhurandhar.
Yes, but for India, I think Jemimah at number 3, how crucial she is going to be in this series and obviously going into the World Cup.
I think, first things first, I would say, I hope that Jemmy comes out at number 3.
Yes.
That's very important. That's point 1. Which is something, when Mithali Raj came to our conclave, she mentioned, I had asked her that what is that one thing that India needs to do to ensure that we win the World Cup. One of the things, of course, you have to play well. You just can't ensure that there's a team. But she also mentioned you have to keep that 11, playing 11 a constant so that you can end up and,
irrespective of situation.
Irrespective of the situation, and you have to find that bowling combination. So I feel the same thing, you have to keep Jemmy constant. Just tell her before this series itself that, look, Jemmy, you are our number 3. till the day we play the last match of the World Cup. Now, how the team goes depends on how you perform. Go ahead, perform, because the team is backing you.
Yes, I think for any player, that clarity, that backing is very much needed. So let's see how Team India does. Yet the South Africa team is yet to be announced.
Yeah.
So let's see. And before the start of the series, me and Trisha definitely will come up with a big preview show with you guys. So till then, thank you and keep watching Revsportz.
Also, we have a special interview for you guys before the South Africa series. I'm wondering who should we start with? Maybe the head coach?
Yes, why not?
Let's see if we can start with the head coach. And we also have Bia Sharka's interview, who was in the strength and conditioning
DC
for Delhi Capitals. She has obviously spoken about Jemimah, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So we will be coming up with that as well. So keep watching Revsportz, because you blink and you miss it.